Hi friends, today we are going to discuss very interesting topic, identify the outliers. So today agenda is define the outliers, identify the outliers using the IQR. So IQR means interquartile range, and find the outliers using the standard deviation. So many standard deviations are existed, one standard deviation, second standard deviation, third standard deviation, like that. So we will discuss all standard deviations and Z score for the outlier detections. So these are the topics we are going to discuss now. So before going to discuss the outliers, first we have to understand the what is the purpose of the outliers we have to handle during the pre-processing. So in every machine learning algorithms build the good model. So how the model is model is going to build means that, so every machine learning algorithms performance means is it good model or bad models depends upon the quality of the data. So best machine learning algorithms are highly depends upon the quality of the data. So the quality of the data which is feed to the model for training. So quality of the data, how can we able to decide is the quality of the data? When the data is some data is contained in real world, the data may contain the outliers, some missing values, some wrong data types, and irrelevant features. So these are the things are existed in the raw data while you collect the data. So if you remove these things, so remove the outliers or means handle the outliers or and handle the missing values. So this kind of things if you handle, so this raw data converted into the useful formats. Useful formats means this is the proper data. So this proper data we used to call the quality of the data. So this quality of the data you have to feed to the model. So every machine learning model will not be trained properly due to the presence of the outliers. So if in our given data set so many outliers are existed, so uh, without giving any kind of applying the outlier methods, means like remove the outliers or the handle the outliers, so without doing any kind of operations, if you the same raw data set you has to pass to the model, so the model has not been trained properly. So what happened, the machine will be not trained properly. So if machine is not trained properly, the machine learning model will goes to the overfitting or underfitting. So these are the two main challenges of machine learning models. So when data is not properly pre-processed, so the model will goes to the either overfitting or underfitting, then due to the presence of the outliers. So for this reason we have to transform the raw data into the useful formats. So this is the very essential task in machine learning process. And that's why before you feed to the model, the data has to be properly has to be cleaned. Means properly means you have to, if in the given data set any missing values are there, otherwise if in a data set any duplicates are there, so outliers are there, so this kind of things are, if it is existed, we have to properly do the processing. So define the outliers. So outliers are the data points, are the objects, so that is far from the data points. So far from the data points means, for example, our data is 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 20, 2000, 5000, like that. So these all data in one magnitude. So these two data points are in different kind of magnitudes, means these two values are may be deviated from the original data format. That's why these two values are called the outliers. So means this is the unusual values. So these 2000 and 5000, these are the unusual values in the data set. So outliers exhibit the abnormality and deviate significantly from the normal data set. So from the normal data, so these are the outliers are the abnormality. So but in some of the cases, outliers can provide useful information. So for example, in the fraud detection. For example, the fraud detection. So these kind of problem statements, so outliers are the very useful. That's why it depends upon problem statement, it depends upon the data, we have to apply the outlier methods. Means you have to delete the outlier or you have to handle the outliers like that. So however, these they do not provide the any helpful knowledge. If outliers are existed, so those outliers not be helpful for knowledge and highly affect on the performance of the machine learning algorithms. So how to identify the outliers? So there are many techniques are there. So these many techniques like visual and statistical methods are existed to find the outliers. So we will explain this some of the tools for identifying the outliers in the data set. So histograms, box plots, scatter plots, and find the outliers using the standard deviation. So what is mean by 2SD? In standard deviation, different types of standard deviations are existed. One standard deviation, two standard deviation, third standard deviation, fourth standard deviation, fifth standard deviation. So according to the problem statement, people are using the standard deviation. So but most of the people following the in real time industry third standard deviation. So if our data set is very small, people are follow the two standard deviations. So in our class, in this lecture, we are following the second standard deviation because our data set is very small. So Z score for the outlier detection. So first identify the outliers using the histogram. So what is meant by histogram? Histogram is a common plot to visualize the distribution of the numerical variable. So this histogram is the applied on the numerical variables. So in a histogram, the data is split into intervals called the bins. So each bar height represent the frequency of the data. So this bar represent the frequency of the data points. So on y-axis we are represent the counters and x-axis represent the input feature. So here this curve is called the bell curve. So bell curve is a normal distribution. So the histogram shows the normal distribution, means that so to check the data is normally distributed or not. So for that purpose we are using the normal distribution. So in the normal distribution, what happen? In the normal distribution, mean, median, mode, all are same, mean, median, mode. So now we will plot the bell curve on the histogram for the visualization purpose. So see, this part may be considered as the outlier. So this is my outlier, so these points are considered as outlier. So these points may be considered as outlier. So we will see in the practical section what is the outliers are existed in the data set. So box plots. So box plot is an excellent tool for exploratory data analysis, which is called the EDA. It is easily make the comparison between the distributions. So this box plot shows the 5 number summary. What is the 5 number summary? Minimum, 1 first quartile, median, this is also known as Q2, third quartile Q3, and maximum 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 numbers. So this first one is the minimum, this is the first quartile Q1, median and third quartile and the maximum. So they are the 5 number summary. If you observe this diagram, this line we used to call the minima. What is the formula for minima? Q1 minus 1.5 into IQR. So what is mean by IQR? So here this part we used to call the quarter Q1. Q1 means this is 25th percentile, and this is the Q3, this is the 75th percentile, and this yellow line is the median, which is the 50th percentile. So here IQR means difference between Q3 and Q1, means 75th percentile minus 25th percentile is nothing but the interquartile range. So this is the maximum. Maximum means Q3 means quartile 3 plus 1.5 into IQR. So 1.5 is the standard value here. So the data points beyond this maximum, it considered as the outliers. So here the data points we have to consider outside of the minimum. So those points are called the outliers. So this is the left side outliers, and this is the right side outliers. Totally we have to observe the how many existed there. These are 2 outliers on the left side and 2 outliers on the right side. Totally 4 outliers are existed. So find the outliers using the IQR, interquartile range. So this is the steps. So first we have to find the quartiles, quartile 1 and quartile 3, 1 and 3. So means this is the box plot. So in the box plot, this is the Q1 and Q3. So first step we have to identify this Q1 and Q3, and the next step we have to calculate the IQR. So IQR means this is the IQR. IQR means Q3 minus Q1, and calculate the lower limit. So this is the lower limit, means minimum value. So minimum value, and this is the maximum value. So we used to call the upper limit, and this is called the minimum value is called the lower limit. So lower limit formula means, what is the formula here? Just now we seen formula Q1 minus, so Q1 minus 1.5 into IQR, and this is the formula for maximum Q3 plus 1.5 into IQR. So we have to calculate this lower limit, this value, and upper limit, maximum value, by using this IQR. So check the outliers by using this lower limit and upper limit, means minimum value and maximum value. And if it is existed, you have to view the total outliers. If it is available outliers are existed in the data set, we have to remove the outliers, and after removing the outliers, create another data frame. This new data frame is feed to the model. So this is the steps we are going to discuss in practical right now. So before going to discuss, first we will see the data set. So here I am taking the 2 columns. First is the dist, means the distance, and C means CA means calories. So here distance means now I am collecting this data myself. I am using the smart band. By using the smart band, we have to daily walk, running, playing. So at that time we used to travel some distance. So the distance I have to calculate it, I am taken I noted down in the Excel sheet, and how many calories I am burning. So these values are we can note recorded in the smart band. So this is the simple data I am taking myself. So based on this data, we have to identify the outliers if it is exist or not. So first I am importing the basic libraries pandas, cbar, matplotlib. So after importing this basic libraries, next we have to import the data frame and create the data frame. So if you see 94 observations and 2 columns in the dataset shape, and so if you see only 2 columns are there. Distance means distance, cal means calories. So if you travel by 375 meters, this much of calories you burn. This is simple data set I am calculating. So this is the df.describe. So this is the statistical information of this data set, dist and calories. So here count means the number of observations of each column, each columns, and mean values, standard deviation, and it is the minimum value, and 25th percentile. So 25th percentile we used to call the what used to call. So this 25th percentile we used to call the quarter 1, 50th percentile we used to call the quarter 2, 75th percentile we used to call the quarter 3, and this is the maximum value, and this is the minimum values. So 94, this is the number of observations, means the number of the records, and this is the standard deviation. So this is the statistical information of the data set. So first step is, what is the first step here? First find the quantiles Q1 and Q3. So first we are taking the df data frame. In the data frame we are considering we are calculating the outliers for the particular one feature. That feature name is input feature. This is the dist is input feature. So I am calculating the outliers are existed or not in this feature, dist feature, and we are using the method quantile, and 0.25 means 25%, which is nothing but the quantile 1. So this is the 375.1. So if you see, both are same, 373.5, 373.5, both are the same. So nothing, 25th percentile is nothing but the quartile 1. Similarly, quantile 2, quantile 3. So if you observe here, quantile 3 is 491.75, 491.75. So second step you have to calculate the IQR. So IQR means quantile 3 minus quantile 1. So you got the IQR. So IQR value is 118.25. So third step you have to calculate the minimum value and maximum value, means lower limit and the upper limit. So what is the lower limit formula? So lower limit means what here? So here so this is nothing but the lower limit. Lower limit means lower limit. So Q1 minus 1.5 into IQR. So this is the upper limit, Q3. So this is Q3. So this is Q1. Q3 plus 1.5 into IQR. So IQR means this is the IQR. So IQR is equal to Q3 minus Q1. So Q3 minus Q1 is nothing but the 11. So this value is 118.25. So if you substitute this value, so Q1 already we calculated. So what is the Q1 value? 373.5. So 373.5 minus 1.5 into this IQR value 118.25. If we calculate this value, you got the lower limit. Similarly, if you substitute these values, Q3 value, this value 491.75 plus 1.5 into IQR, so you will get the upper limit. So if you execute this thing, so lower limit is 196 point, yes. So lower limit is how much you got? 196.125, and upper limit is 669.125. So means this is the limit of the lower limit. So this is the 196.125. Upper limit is 600. So the value is less than this range 196.25. These are the outliers. So the value is greater than, means 669.125 greater than, these are the outliers. So here 196.125. So these are the outliers. So check the outliers. So here what we are using, df dot dist less than ll. So what is the less than ll? So I am creating the one object name LO. LO means left hand side, left outlier. So only, so these are the values. See 190. These two values are less than this lower limit 196.125. And if you see the, so these are the values greater than the upper limit. So 800, 901, 918 and 1073. So if you club these two things by using the OR operation, so these are the outliers. See, so in first out, this is the outliers less than the lower limit. So this value is, what is this value? Lower limit is 196.125 and upper limit is equal to 669.125. So here lower limit to 190. So here this is the values, these two values less than lower limit. So means 190. So these are the outliers. These are the outliers. And 800. So this is the 800 and 918, and this is the 918 and 1073. So 1073. So these are three outliers is greater than the 669.125, and these are two outliers is less than this 196. Means left side outliers is less than the 196.125, and right side outliers greater than 669.125. So between these ranges, these are the outliers. So in this side 2 outliers, this side 3 outliers, totally 5 outliers. So see, this is the 5 outliers. Row number 7, 11, 20, 75, 78, 83. Total 5 outliers are existing. So if you visualize this outliers by using the box plot. If you see clearly, you can able to understand what are the outliers. See, so this is the outliers. So if you observe here, value 100, 110 and 90. So these are the two outliers, and the values these three outliers 800. So this is exactly 800, and 918, 918 and 1073. So this is above 1073. So here this is the three outliers, this is the two outliers, totally 5 outliers are existed. So remove the outliers from the data set. So what we are doing, remove outliers. This is the outliers. So means the values is greater than the lower limit and less than the upper limit. Make it one new data frame. See, now the data frame size is 89, 2 means 89 observations. Before 94 means 5 outliers are existed. We remove the 5 outliers. Let's see, here there is no outliers. Why? Because this is the new data frame. So we are already remove the new data frame. If you see, here 89 observations. Before that it is the only 94 observations. So this is the before drop the outliers, this is the data after drop the outliers. So here in this box plot the outliers are we already removed. So this is the way we have to remove the outliers by using the IQR, interquartile range. Next, scatter plot. So what is mean by scatter plot? So with the help of this scatter plot we have to visualize the relationship between these two variables. One is the independent variable and another one is the target variable, and we can able to identify the how strong the relationships are there. That is the thing. So in this graph we are taking the on x-axis we are taking the independent variable, and y-axis we are taking the target variable calories. So if you observe here, this is the two data points are different, deviated from the all data points. So here also be one data point is deviated, this data point is deviated, this point is deviated. So in this interquartile range we notice this, these are the two outliers on the left side, means these are the two outliers less than the lower limit, means minimum value. So these three outliers are the greater than the upper limit. So this is the outliers we are able to identify by using the scatter plot. So next we have to find the outliers by using the standard deviation. So standard deviation is the measure of how spread out the numbers, means we can expect about the 68% of the values to be within the plus or minus first standard deviation. So means 68% of the values are within the first standard deviation of the mean, 95% of the values are existed in the second standard deviation of the mean, and 99.7% of the values of the data set are existed in the third standard deviations of the mean. So what does that mean? If you see this graph, if you understand this graph, you can able to understand the topic very easily. So this is the normal distributed curve. In the normal distributed curve, this center line, so the center line is nothing but the mean value. mean value of the feature. Here we are considering one single independent feature. So the single independent feature mean value. So in this mean value, so this is the range, nothing but the first standard deviation. So means from the mean value how the data is deviated from the right side, with one standard deviation, and from the mean value how far the standard deviation from the negative side. So this total area is used to call the first standard deviation. So here first standard deviation, what we used to call, we can say that most of the data points are in first standard deviation if our data set is normally distributed. If our data set is normally distributed, most of the data points are the existed in the first standard deviation. Means how much of the data standard? 68%. So 68% of the data values are existed. So our here number of observations 94. So out of 94, 68% of the values are existed in the first standard deviation, and second standard deviation means from the mean value. How far it is. So this part is called the second standard deviation. Means this is the second standard deviation. So 95% of the data values fall in the second standard deviation, and the third standard deviation means from the mean value. 3 steps. This is the 99.7% of the data are within the third standard deviation. So we will use the, so here one standard deviation, here one standard deviation, two standard deviation, three standard deviations are there. But most of the people, means in real time industry, people are using the third standard deviation. Means 99.7% of the data values fall in the within this range. So some people may use fourth standard deviation, fifth standard deviation, depends upon problem statement, depends upon data set. But even people are using the second standard deviation also when data set is very small. So at that time people are using the second standard deviation. So in our example we are using the second standard deviation. If you see the practical about the standard deviation, so we are taking the same example. Smart data set. Smart data set means how much of distance we are traveled, how many calories we are burned. So here dist is the same input feature, calories is the feature or target variable. So this is the histogram we already seen. So here outlier detection and remove the using the two standard deviation. So our data set is very small, that's why we are using the second standard deviation. Anyhow we have to see that we apply the 1 SD, second SD, third SD, and we will see the difference and what is the result they are getting. So remove any data points beyond the third standard deviation from the mean value. So in real time people are using the third standard deviation for removing the outliers. So for removing the outliers, most of the people in real time using the third standard deviation. So removing the outliers is not a best approach. It is always removing the outliers is not a good way. So alternatively we have to try to, if you remove the outliers, most of the time data will be lost. So if data is lost, you will not get that much of accuracy. So model will not be trained properly. So at that time what happened? Model will goes to the overfitting or underfitting. So finally will not get that much of result. So that's why always removing the outliers is not a best approach. But thing is, alternatively we have to do some kind of operations, so instead of the removing the outliers according to the problem statement. But if you want to remove, people are using the third standard deviation. So even some people are using the fourth standard deviation, fifth standard deviation, depends upon this data and problem statement. So here we are using the third standard deviation. So why using second standard deviation for the small kind of data set to remove the outliers? So here df dot dist dot mean. So what is the mean? So if we see, so this is the mean value. Mean value is 445.23. So mean value plus 2 into multiplication of the standard deviation. Standard deviation is 127.3. So that is the upper limit. So like it is IQR. So this is the 700 value. This is the upper limit. So means mean value means this value plus 2 into multiplication of the standard deviation. You got the upper limit. So similarly lower limit. So lower limit, so here 2 means second standard deviation. So this is the values you got. So here the outliers that are beyond the second standard deviation from the mean. So means that, so this is the data points. First standard deviation, second standard deviation. So this is the mean value. This is the first standard deviation 1 SD, and this is the 2 SD. So means what we are doing, df dist of mean. Mean means from here to plus. So this side is the plus and this side is the minus, plus 2 into df dist mean standard deviation. So from here to how far standard deviation. So that is the upper limit. So this is the upper limit and this is the lower limit. So this is the lower limit. So the values on this side is called outliers. So the values within the range of the second standard deviation, this is the not outliers. If you see, so what is the outliers? So 100 comma 90. So 100 and 90. So these are the outliers. So these are the outliers are existed here, 100 comma 90. So here outliers are the 800, 918, 1073. So these are the values are there. Eight hundred, 918 and 1073. So this is the more than second standard deviation. If suppose if you take third standard deviation, what happened? So third standard deviation it may be there. So what happened? Let's say if third standard deviation there, so these values are existed in this range. So at that time what happened? There is no outliers. Let's see. So these are the total outliers even if you are using the second standard deviation. Suppose I am using the one standard deviation, so I replace the value 1. See how many left hand side standard deviations are there. See, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So 11 outliers are existed if I am using the one standard deviation. If I am using the one standard deviation, you get the more outliers. If you are using the third standard deviation, but most of the time people are using the third standard deviation, but according to our problem statement and dataset, we are supposed to use this third standard deviation. See, if I using the third standard deviation, here there is no outliers on the left side, and right side only two outliers are there, 918 and 1073. So 1073. So now here upper limit is 828. So before that, now this is the upper limit is 828, but outlier is before, if it is a second standard deviation, the outliers is 800, 918 and 1023 on right side, and left side 100 comma 98. If it is third standard deviation, what happened? So upper limit is extended. So upper limit is extended from here to here. So means outlier 800 will not be outlier. So outliers will be only two outliers are there. So what are the two outliers? 918, only 918 and 1023. But left side, so what is the left side limit? So left side is the 61.69. So 61.69 means, but here outlier 100 comma 98, these are the greater than the 61. That's why there is no outliers on the left side. No outliers on the left side. But right side only two outliers are existed if you are using the third standard deviation. If you are using second standard deviation, three outliers on the right side, two outliers on the left side. If you are using the fourth standard deviation, what happened we will see. 4. So if you are using the fourth standard deviation, only one data point, that is the 1073. If you using the fourth standard deviation, you have only 1073, only one outlier as on the right side, but left side there is no outlier. See, but left side, right side is only 1073, but left side no outliers, means only one outlier existed if you are using the, here no outlier on the left side, but right side only one outlier using fourth standard deviation. If you are in third standard deviation, right side is the two outliers and left side no outlier, means totally two outliers if you are using the third standard deviation. If you are using the second standard deviation, three outliers on the right side, two outliers on the left side. If you are using the one standard deviation, let's say one standard deviation, 1 1. So if you are using the left standard deviation, so outliers are the, so left side 4 outliers. These are the 4 outliers. Semi 100, 90, 317, 317. 4 outliers. So right side. So right side how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 outliers. So right side 7, left side 4. Totally 11 outliers. So means what you understand from this concept, when standard deviation is changed, outliers are changing. So according to your problem statement, you have to suppose to apply the standard deviation. But most of the time people are using the third standard deviation. But if you apply the third standard deviation, we are not getting the outliers that much level. If that's why we are using the second standard deviation. Why? Because in previous box plot we are identify the 5 outliers by using the interquartile range. So according to that thing, we are applying the second standard deviation, we are getting the 5 outliers. If we apply the third standard deviation, we are getting only 2 outliers. So according to your problem statement data set, we have to apply the standard deviation. So like that. So after removing the data set, so this is the same. So 83 rows. So 83 rows are there. Why? Because we are using the one standard deviation. That's why we are using the second standard deviation. That's why 89. So if you observe here, so this is the data, this is the result of the before drop the outliers, this is the result of the after drop the outliers. So this is the concept behind the standard deviation for identifying the outliers. Next is z-score. So this z-score concept is also be similar to the standard deviation, but here we have to identify the outliers based on the z-score. So even z-score also we have to make it like one z-score means so let's see. So z-score is an important concept in statistics. So z-score is also called standard score. So if the z-score helps to understand if the data value is greater than or smaller than the mean value, and how far away it is from the mean. So z-score, this is the most important point, just try to understand. So this z-score helps to understand the if the data values are greater than or smaller than the mean value. So the data points are the greater than or smaller than mean value, and how far away from it's the mean. So for example, this is the mean value, this is the mean. So from the mean, how far from the standard deviation, how far from the data values, from how far from this how far from the data values from the mean, even plus or minus. So z-score is defined as the x minus mean by standard deviation. So xi minus mu by sigma. So xi means this is the observations of input of the observations of the input feature. So this is the average of this input feature, and this is the standard deviation of that input feature. So if the z-score of the data points are more than 3, it's like a third standard deviation, it indicates that data points is quite different from the other data points. This data points are the outliers. So z-score is greater than 3, those points are the outliers. So let's see in the practical section. So now is the third program. So similarly importing the libraries pandas, seaborn, matplotlib. Next we have to import the data frame and create the data frame. Import the data set and create the data frame. The z-score indicates how many standard deviations away from the data point. So from the data, from the how many standard deviations. So how many standard deviation means, if you see, now we have to calculate the z-score. So what is the formula of the z-score? So z-score means xi minus mu by standard deviation. So what is mean by mu? So we have to see the mean values and standard deviation. See, this is the mean value. So what is the mean value? 445. So here mean value is 445.22 something, and the standard deviation means this is the standard deviation. 127.84, 127.84, 127.84. So what is mean by xi? So input feature of the xi. So here what is the input feature? Let's say I will show you the input feature values. So I am considering the first 375. This is my xi, means x1. This is the x2, x3, x4, x5, like that. So here I am substituting the values. So xi means 375. So 375 minus mean value means 446.223 divided by sigma 127.84, that is nothing but the z score. So let's see. So that's why df.dist minus, this is the input feature and this is the mean value and this is the standard deviation. See, this is the value you got. If you see here, so according to formula, this value is nothing but this value 375. 375 minus this value is nothing but the mean value. So this is the 445. So this is 445.22 something divided by standard deviation 127.84. So you got the value. So that's why you are substituting here manually 375 minus mean value and standard deviation. You can try this, you can execute this cell. See what is the value you got. So what is the value got? See, this is the z score, minus 0.54 minus 0.5492. So both are the same. So this is the way we have to calculate the z score. So get the data points on z score higher than 2 or lower than minus 2. Here we are taking 2, but according to your problem script you can take 2 or minus 3. So here I am taking the 2 here, 2 standard deviation, and z score is 2. So if my z score is greater than 2, see, so these are the outliers: 7, 11, 75, 78, 83. See, this is z score. So this z score is less than minus 2. So this z scores are the less than the minus 2, and this z scores are the greater than plus 2. So what are the data values? Row number 75, 78, 83, 7, 11. If you see here, if you see in this program, so similarly these are the outliers. See, 7, 11, 75, 78, 83. So these are the outliers in the standard deviation. So view the outliers. So you means all outliers at a time. So here individually less than greater than 2, less than 2. Suppose here I am taking the 3. So what are the outliers are? So z score is greater than 3 is only 2 data points, and here how many data points are there? No data points. Only 2 outliers are existed if z score 1. If z score 1, I'm considering here 1, plus 1, minus 1. So it's going to change. See, so So these are the outliers going to change. 7, 11, 13, 76. So here, sorry, value 1, 1, 1. So these many outliers are existed if the Z score is greater than plus or minus 1. So that's why we have to choose our Z score according to our problem statement. So previously we are considering the 2 standard deviation. Here also I am considering the 2 Z score. That's why we are getting the same result. Here instead of the 1 we are taking the 2. See, these are the outliers. So this is the same. So this is the Z score concept. Through the identify the outliers and remove the outliers by using Z score. So this is the program. What is the program? Outliers using the IQR. So in this IQR, by using the IQR values, we can able to identify the outliers and remove the outliers. This is the second program. In second program, it is about the identify the outliers by using the standard deviation. We are using the standard deviation, second standard deviation, third standard deviation. So here like that. So we are using the standard deviation 2. So in third program is Z score. So Z score is also concept is also be similar to the standard deviation. In standard deviation we are using the 1SD, 2SD, 3SD. The similarly like in Z score. So based on the Z score, so Z score also be a 1, 2, 3 like that. So according to our problem statement, we are taking the identify the we have to choose the Z score value. So here I am choosing the Z score value plus or minus 2 like that. So this is the Z score for the outliers. So if you read this point again, you can able to understand if Z score of the data point is more than 3 or 2 or 1, it indicates that the data points is quite different from the other data points. So such data points are called the outliers. So this is the concept. So these are the some of the references I am using. I think, thank you. So if you like, if you are not able to understand, you can make it comment. You can one more time you can watch this video and you can able to understand. If you like this video, please share it, share to your friends and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.